Holla holla, it's your boy, George Billionaire, on Hustle Hard every single Monday on your favorite station, Capital 100.4 FM. We'd like to begin by saying Happy Africa Day to all Africans. And it's amazing what we are beginning to see as Africans, that unity, uniting, opening up borders for each other will bring Africa to being one of the biggest, get it correctly, the biggest forces to reckon with once we begin to unite and not to segregate ourselves. I love what's happening with the African Union right now, where borders are being opened, free trade is beginning to happen amongst countries. And that's what we need to do. We are one continent, we are one people at large, and we need to begin to have free trade and do business amongst ourselves instead of competing against each other. Today, Hustle Hard, an amazing time to be on this program. As always, I'm always grateful to all those people who come up to me and say, George, thank you so much for what you're doing on the show. You're impacting our lives. Our minds are being transformed. We can see some steady revelation happening in our lives as we are pursuing the thing that all of us on this planet are pursuing, to have a better life, to have a more productive life, to get away from just relying on one stream of income. So shout out to everybody who comes up to me. I really appreciate that. And, special shout out to Capitalk for allowing us to have this program so that we just don't keep listening to music, but we are a country, a people who are also being transformed by the renewing of our mind. Today I'm going to be talking about an amazing topic, one that I can guarantee has held so many people back. And the result of this one thing is what, if you break this, you will become an amazing human being. One thing I've seen, people like to hold back. People like to be comfortable. People like to complain, murmur, and people are full of fear. But hear this. Today we're going to be talking about this. You are one decision away from changing your life. Not two, but just one decision. One decision. And that one decision is utmostly dependent on you. Now, I can tell you many years ago, before I started my journey with entrepreneurship, with Pro Air, where I am now, where we are making the weather behave. Be it summer, we are providing you with cooling solutions. Be it winter, like now, we're providing you with an aircon which does both heating and cooling. Before I started this journey with Pro Air, I was employed. I was on a job. I just had twins, and life was hard. I was earning $300. I've told this story so many times. To some of you who haven't listened to some of these podcasts, go to the YouTube channel George Billionaire, type in Hustle Hard, and you can experience and enjoy all the episodes of Hustle Hard we've ever done. They're available on YouTube. And what did I do? I chose that, okay, if I stay where I am today, earning $300, at that time I had 2 children, will I ever be able to take these kids to a school that I want? Or would I personally, as George at the time, be able to sustain the life that I would want to sustain on that salary? Combined at the time, myself and my wife's salary was just under $700, and things were not okay. But I had to make a conscious, deliberate decision. I had to make one decision. And the majority of people listening today, when you analyze the stories of so many people who are now household names, they had to make one decision. And that one decision was hard. That one decision was not understood by many That one decision was doing what other people are not willing to do, because majority of people listening and out there today are full of fear. They are full of false evidence appearing real. They are full of what if it fails. They are full of things won't work in this economy. They are full of, there are so many other people doing this thing that you want to do. They are so full of excuses, so many excuses, so many reasons. And yet, the greatest question I always tell people they should ask themselves when they want to get onto something that they've never done before is to say this: what if it works? What if it succeeds? And this one decision is solely responsible for where you end up, because you will choose to either be ordinary, you will choose to just have a job and remain just over broke, or you will choose to say, you know what? My mom's favorite quote, kusiri kufande kupi. Why not just do it? Be fearless, because the last time I checked, fortune favors those who are brave. Vasinamachkira, vasingachke. Those are the ones in this life who will make it. The ones who don't weigh the costs. The ones that don't listen to so many people's opinions when they want to do something. And this is what has led me now to being the person that I am and where I am a decade and nearly a half on, doing the thing that many said it won't work. You're too young. You're not educated enough. George, you don't even have a formal degree. You never went to university. You never studied air conditioning. You never did anything academically that would make you stand in front of people to be able to do what you're doing. But believe it or not, today George goes to speak at universities. He goes to empower people. He goes to speak to graduates. He goes to speak in many places, being invited to speak. But once upon a time, it took one decision. Until you are able to take that one decision, your life will remain the same. Today, as you reflect, I want you to ask yourself, what decision are you not making that is holding you back? Many of us are moving with our handbrake on, and we will never know the full potential that we could do, achieve, or even become, because we are holding back so much. We need to become a people who, you know what? Say this to yourself: I can do all things, the Word of God says, through Christ who strengthens me. All the things are possible to me, to he, to she who believes. But those things will only be possible once you make a decision to say, I don't want to be average. I don't want to be ordinary. I don't want to be just mediocre. Because the last time I checked, when God created you and me, He wanted us to become people of purpose, people who leave a legacy, people who long after you're gone, people will continue to remain to speak about the mighty things that you did. But because of that lack of decision making that you are doing, that is holding you back, you won't ever become the person that God ordained or wants you to be. I can only imagine if George, many years ago, did not choose to go this journey that I am now on with Pro Air, I would have never installed air conditioning units at people's homes, offices, cars. Never. I would have never had the opportunity to go and speak at various churches, universities, colleges, businesses. I would have never had the opportunity to speak to you, listening to me today on radio. I would have never be living the life that I am living today. I would have never met the president of our country here in Zimbabwe and met various ministers and high-profile chief executives around the country, all these seasoned businessmen. Had I not made that one decision, my life would have remained ordinary. I would have just been that guy who grew up in Glenora, lived a basic life, and that's that. People will need a tombstone to remember me. But because I decided to take one decision, when you mention my name today, when I show up, people can identify me for what it is that I do, because I made a deliberate decision to say, ayewa, andis kuda kungowa munu chero. I want to be somebody who is going to be remembered for something. I want to be somebody who is going to be a household name in the air conditioning industry, in Africa, in the world. I want to be an inspiration to raise many millions and billions of people to become great. I want to empower, to provoke, to inspire, to equip many to become great. But all of this begins with one decision. Today, remember this, you are one decision away from changing your life. And there's nobody else who is responsible for where you end up on this planet other than you. Make that decision. Don't settle for being average. No matter what many people may come around and say and try and hinder you back from becoming what you want to be, there may be people who want to blow out your candle. Remember this, at the end of this life that you're going to live, hakuna umwe munu, nobody else is going to be responsible. But you yourself solely are going to be responsible nekurarama kwawakaita on this planet. You personally will be having to hold yourself accountable for what you could have done. And like I've said so many times, when you go to the old people's homes, they're always full of regret. I wish I had done this. I wish I had started. I wish I had done that thing. I wish. And in a Shona proverb, dai kufunga kwebenzi. Wishing is thinking like a madman. Don't be a person who says, die. I wish. Be a person who from today, make sure that you make a decision that is going to transform your life by doing what everybody else is not doing. In this beautiful country of Zimbabwe, where there are so many problems, just like any other country in the world, there are also so many opportunities to become great, to start up a side hustle, to start a business, to grow your business, to become better than what you are today. But it only takes one decision. George, is it going to be tough? Some may be asking. I can guarantee you, tough it's going to very much be. But guess what? Tough battles are only for those who are going to make it in the long term. Those who give up too quickly will never see the view at the top of the mountain. But he who perseveres, who is consistent through the storms, through the tough times, through some times when business is not going too well, you keep pushing, you keep marketing, you keep making sure people know about your product and service. You keep on saying, you know what, this must work. And you don't have a don't give up attitude. I can tell you that sooner than later, you're going to get to the top. And you will look back like I have with Pro Air. Many years ago, I possibly wouldn't be doing most of the things I'm doing. But now I am able to do these things because I took a hard decision. I chose what was hard so that I can live my life years on easy. But majority of you are choosing what's easy now. The decisions that you are making are easy now. But 5-10 years from now, they are going to be hard. Especially when that job you are relying on is going to be cut off. and that stream of income is going to be cut off. Yo, this is your boy George Billionaire. Have an awesome, amazing day. Monday, I'm sure you're provoked. I'm sure you're inspired. And I can tell you that you are definitely equipped. Make sure you follow George Billionaire on all social media platforms. All those who are interested in joining the GB mentorship, follow, subscribe on Instagram. My mobile number is 0712 840 840 for all those who want to join the GB result-based mentorship program. God bless you. Have an awesome, amazing day. I'm out.